blog entry 115 from 5/28 of 2023. In this blog entry, I'm seeing more and more why the present moment matters. It's not just a point in time. It's the field where all of existence is alive and available, where, according to Rādha and Krishna, everything is happening at once. As we grow and integrate on this path, the pull toward sense gratification naturally weakens. It's not about rejecting life, it's about recognizing that the depth we are looking for is already here, in the power of the moment. There's no gap between the seeker and what is sought. Here, everything is one. Every breath, every sensation, every movement of thought is part of the same living whole. As we come closer to Krishna, this is not just an idea, it becomes a felt reality. The vastness is not somewhere else, it's right here, woven into the smallest details of experience. The moment holds it all, clarity, connection, and the boundless presence of God simultaneously. Nothing is missing, and nothing is postponed. Okay, so this blog entry is basically me getting clarity years ago, more about why the moment is so important. If you read in scripture, the past is not real, the future is not real, and it's part of the material illusion to also distract the mind away from the moment and away from focusing on Rādha and Krishna to increase your love in that way. So that's one way to look at it, right? So to not be distracted and to focus more. But this realization I was having looks at the same thing, but in a different way. So it looks at it from the aspect of we can't really understand it with our material minds completely, right? Just because it's so vast. But everything in the moment, everything is in the single moment, the present, the right now. And so this is also why I've had so many experiences over the past 2 or 3 years of the angels and Radha and Krishna and everything having me be in the moment and not to leave the moment and in the present. And it's almost like soil and you're growing your roots like a tree, and they grow deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper into the present moment with Radha and Krishna. And the connectedness is really more, I can't even really describe it. It's just more than we can comprehend. But whatever you try and picture it to be in your mind, everything all connected at once in the same moment, it's more than that. But yeah, it's incredible. And so in your practice, when you feel yourself being pulled out of a pattern where you're trying to leave the discomfort of the moment, or you're trying to distract yourself out of the moment, or whatever you're trying to do to leave whatever you're connecting with in that moment, right? In your practice and in your meditation when you're transcending, that is what you're meant to work on. And so as you're leaving that moment more and more, eventually when you get to a certain level, you'll lose your ability to leave the moment more and more. And now this is with Radha and Krishna, and it's with that supported path. Now, if you're on an impersonal path, you can probably leave the moment, never come back to it, and just kind of zoom around other areas and things like that. But on the path of Bhakti, when it's supported and you're connected with like a higher power like God or Radha and Krishna, they're going to help you grow through it, and they're gonna support you through it. And it's going to be harder and harder to not do that in your practice for different reasons. It'll come in the way that you'll be used to having love and bliss in your day-to-day life. And then as you try and not work on whatever is getting in your way for you to grow through, that love and bliss will drop off some it's like a gentle nudge to get you back to working on what you're meant to work on. Yeah. Or if you're distracting yourself too much, something may happen. They may have you may get a cold or something. You may have to miss work and be inactive for a few days. And again, that is bringing you back into the moment of what you're working on in that moment with your bhakti practice. And then as you grow through it, and as you make it to the other side, because they'll support you through it and they'll help you through it, you'll get there. Absolutely. Just know that that is just part of the journey. And so in the moment, it can be hard to identify it, but in looking at it that way in your practice that you do every day, and when these different experiences may come, you'll get an idea of what's going on, more so bigger picture wise, and it won't be as overwhelming, or you won't feel as stuck. You'll be like, oh yeah, this is the thing where I'm trying to leave the moment because it's uncomfortable, and Radha and Krishna are bringing me back to the moment to help me grow through this. And it's a really supportive thing. But again, it can be hard in the moment to realize that. But as you take a step back and you can think about these different things that happen as you're doing your practice and your meditation and things like that, and you're getting more of an awareness of what your patterns are and how you cope with life, and what of that coping is healthy and not healthy, and how you're transitioning your style of coping to more of your spiritual practice and connecting with divinity. It just helps. It gives you more context and more understanding in those moments. So it's easier to calm yourself and think about the bigger picture rather than the overwhelmingness of the moment, if it gets that heavy for you. Okay, well, that's it for today that I can think of. And thanks for tuning in. If you have a chance, like and subscribe to the YouTube channel. Super helpful. Have a great rest of your day. Bye-bye.